Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in the world today. We find ourselves in another scene for the Living World of Darkness rage across New York. Today we're focused on the Black Furies of the set. Coles the Fury has recently issued a challenge and wishes to find her sister to share what she has been told, to discuss, and with that in mind, and keep a promise, she is going to put her nose to the wind and take a big sniff and follow Chloe's scent across the set.
I mean, she's not trying to hide or anything. It's not like she's doing anything to hide her scent. We'll just say that at the moment she is currently tidying up around. God, my brain just froze. Yeah, I feel like an idiot, but it's the reindeer because there's like all the different shrine. There it is. There's a reindeer shrine as has been established. Mm-hmm. So she's currently tidying up around the reindeer one. She usually does the Pegasus one first each day, and then she will go over and work on reindeer. And then if any others look like they need it, then work there. But yeah, so she's currently tidying up, probably on her hands and knees, working at some weeds or something that have cropped up overnight. And ever since she's come back, she's made it her own personal thing that she does every day is to keep those cleaned up. So yeah, you'll probably find her on her hands and knees in Hamid, sorting out the weeds that are near the base of the shrine.
Coles will approach Reindeer Shrine pretty respectfully and she will, she's not trying to be stealthy.
So she hears footsteps.
She'll hear the paw prints, the like footfalls of the lupus. She'll be crunching over the leaves and twigs.
She'll look up because it's always best to be aware of your surroundings, really, and probably peek around the edge because I'm imagining she's probably off to one side, and kind of see her as she's coming up, and she'll be like, "Hey,
sister,
come on over." Just picking up as I have been lately. I find it very calming.
Tending the shrines. Tending the shrines is, I have also found, a useful way to try and connect back with this place.
Yeah, that's true. It's almost like leaving our scent around, isn't it? Reclaiming what was once ours, and now to be shared with many others.
There is, well, seems always new people, old people, things changing here.
Yeah. But changes always do come, whether we like it or not, so it doesn't bother me that there are new people here. I just want it to be our home too.
Indeed. And the spirits, we should make sure that it is their home as well, that they are comfortable, that our relationships with them are maintained. But you spoke of change. We spoke before. Both of us. We've been Fosterns a while now. We have done much. The spirits have watched us. They have seen our successes. They have seen our failures. But it was time. I needed something to move forward, to drive me forward in this place. So much has changed here.
Chloe, at this point, is very much focused on her because she can sense the seriousness of this topic. And she's probably, she was probably wearing gloves to try to do some of this cleanup. She's going to kind of yank them off and put them, like, lay them on top of the pile of weeds. And sit back up a little straighter. Have you made your challenge?
I have.
Good. You deserve it.
I spoke to an agent of our tribe. I had not. I am not sure if she is one of the new ones or just one of those who I had not much cause to deal with before. She, like many of our tribe, favors the bow. She named herself Ardent Bow. She has asked me to retrieve some stories from our homeland. There is much that is being forgotten, much that is being lost. And to the detriment of us, and to the detriment of the cubs that we try to raise.
Mm. It sounds like a very, very worthy quest, really.
You know my actions at the minute. You know what I have been trying to arrange for the Galliards, for the members of the sept, for the kinfolk, to make sure that the stories, even of this place, which moves so fast, are not forgotten. I am glad to complete such a task for our tribe, but I had promised you I would speak with you of my challenge, but more importantly, I promised you I would not. If something was taking me away, I would not just leave. I would let you know.
She nods. And you've kept the promise. Is this simply for a challenge, or is it? Are they just sending you there?
The challenge is to recover the story and to give it to the sept I'm being sent to. It is in the heart of our homeland, the place the Homids call Greece.
She gets a really big smile on her face. And she's like, I've always wanted to go there. Never been.
I do not know much, but the Whispers went there, to this place, Greece.
Really? That should be interesting. Last I heard, Logan Riot was there too, along with his wife.
So maybe not all will be different. I do not know. Well, but in terms of returning, I have position here, but there are no more cubs. I do not intend to stay, but who knows what will happen. It is a far place.
It is as Gaia wills it when it comes to whether you return or not. But
Region challenges are never guaranteed.
yeah. I'm gonna miss you though. And I hope that you come out of it safely and preferably back here with me. But if not, then at least, out safely.
If it is a good guy incept, if I am not returning, I will make sure you hear. Living, not knowing what happens to one we have connections with, one who is close to us, it is a truly horrible state to be in. I would not leave you in that state if I could. If I am successful, but it is Gaia's will that I do not return, I will make sure that they get a message to you. The sept is known.
Thank you. I would very much appreciate that. To be honest, yeah. I mean, the reality of our lives ending is something that all of us have to deal with.
We face it each time the sun rises and each time the moon falls.
Yes. And for us, it's particularly perilous because that is what we do. We are warriors. So I'm not getting weird about that. It's just, I think you're right. It's the not knowing. But I wish you the most luck and skill because you have a lot of it.
But today it is me on this sunrise. But soon it will be yours.
It will. I very much intend to challenge very soon. So I might be in a similar situation. Who knows? I don't know what my challenge would be and all that, but you're right. I'm going to challenge very soon.
You will.
I'm guessing you can. Well, you know me well enough to read me, so I told you before I was getting close. I think I'm ready.
I do not think you are wrong. You are strong. You are an honor to the sept, and you have carried out great things for the sept and our tribe and your pack.
So have you. For the tribe and for the sept and for your own pack. Who's still your pack in your heart, I think.
I have found no other yet. Others ask. I know others expect me to look for more. I know I should. But their memories, I see them always in this place. I hear the sound of Cinna's cane. The weight of her cane, both as she used it, weighs in my memories. This sound of
I never knew
Katori
the other way.
whistling. I walk the paths and I swear I smell smiles sneaking up behind me.
Then maybe a break from here is good, even though we did just get back, but
I did not think their memories would be quite so. I thought the Amazon would be enough to chase them away, and all these new scents and new people would be enough that their shadows wouldn't follow me for every step.
I don't deny. I mean, I think of Ophelia and of Katori often. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I'm sure you know that Smiles had some problems with members of my pack, and I didn't always hear the best things of him. But I also didn't know him very well. He was good to me, though. You knew him far better than me.
Smiles could be challenging to those, but he taught, he pushed people further. He did not let them be comfortable. He taught me a lot as well. I learned so much from him. He reminded me what it was to be truly lupus again. But
you have been that for me, though. Through you, I think I understand what lupus is a little better.
if I could do that for you in just a small way, and if I do not come back and you take that forward to those who are here, then my lessons will have meant something.
Not just me, your cubs. Your cubs who aren't cubs anymore.
Some of my cubs will remember my lessons, perhaps. Some of them will forget in the excitement of the city. Some not because they mean to, and others perhaps because they want to.
Well, I will do this for you. While you are gone, if we should get a new cub, I will talk to people and I will attempt to cover for you until you come back. Once you leave, of course. Not until you actually leave.
I think when I am gone, the Sept, and if I do not return, the Sept could do far worse than have you watch for the cubs.
I'm not sure it's a position I'm really made for. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I mean, of course, I want children. I haven't gotten to that point yet that I've done it yet. You know. But
whether you become Den Mother or not, that is not for me to say. If you
no, of
did,
course not.
you would serve it well, but as you have shown when I have served, you have stepped up and helped guide the cubs, regardless of who the Den Mother was, regardless of anything. You have made sure if you saw there was someone who needed talking and reasoning to, like William, you spoke to him. If there was those who needed pushing and teaching and showing examples of how to galliard of their auspice, like Aiden, you stepped up.
Oh, Aiden.
We carry their successes and their failures.
I fear that a lot of people might find me a little too Hamid to be necessarily doing this, but at the same time, I mean, at this point, we don't have a den father, and the den mother's going away. At least there aren't any cubs right now.
There are not. And when the time comes, there are new people in charge. They may appoint someone different. But even for
That
my
wouldn't
peace
stop
of
me from
mind,
challenging if I needed to.
I know you would. But it calms my mind to know that you would be here for any cubs regardless.
As long as my challenge doesn't take me someplace unexpected like yours does.
Of course.
And if we're lucky, at the end of them both, we can meet for story time. And we can tell the stories of what happened and what we've learned. And we can have ourselves a huge dinner.
I promise, if there is tales to be shared, not to hear you of how you became Adrian, I will make sure there is the biggest buck for us to share. And if not, if we do not see each other here, we will see each other again in the homelands.
In the homelands. Or maybe I can meet Callie too.
Calls will go up to Chloe's side and just press her nose into it.
Yeah, Chloe will just kind of lay her hand on the back of the back of Carl's head and just like lean in a little bit because she was kind of like on her hands and knees, probably just sat up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she'll just kind of like lean in.
Pegasus. Pegasus will protect those who defend themselves. He would not separate sisters forever.
Chloe. No, Chloe smiles a little at that. And she's like, with the tribe that Pegasus is the totem for, I'm fairly certain he understands the meaning of sisterhood, so I'm sure you're right. But we have our own paths that we have to travel here, I think.
We do. I do not leave straight away. I have some preparations to do. for a little while. But I would not just rush off. It is journeying takes some preparations.
Would you like me to watch over your den when you do leave?
No. I thank you for your offer. I will clear it out, and if those who need to use it, they can. If not, it can go back to Gaia. If I do return, the hunters, I will need to be something that is not a hunter. I will have to join a pack, and I do not think I will do whilst I stay there. I will make myself a new den, or return to my first den.
No, I hear what you're saying, and that's probably wise. The only other question I would have then is you hadn't decided what to do with their things. If you still aren't ready to decide, I can store them for you.
I will look. There are not many things. If there is things, I think, that should be for the sept or be kept, I will bring them to you.
That's fine. I know you won't be able to take that sort of thing with you where you're going, probably. So, and since I have, a Hamid place to live, I could probably store them fairly safely.
As I say, there should not be much. If there is something that should not be lost, I will either find someone on sept to give it to, or if there is anything left, I appreciate you guarding it for me.
It's your choice. I just offering. That's all. Sorry.
I appreciate the offer.
Even if you got rid of all of it, your memories wouldn't be gone. So, it really is entirely up to you.
And now it is you telling me the lupus thing. The lupus tells me to, the wolf tells me to let it all go. They are just things.
And exactly. And I mean, I'm on it. I'll be honest with you. If that was my pack, I would keep it. But that's because I'm human. I have a lot. I have things. But I also see your side, and I too have found that even if you don't have anything of the people you love, you still see them there. You still know they're there. You have all the thoughts and the memories. So they're not really gone. At least not entirely.
No. And we have their stories.
Yeah.
As long as we tell their stories and pass their lessons on, they will not be forgotten.
Nope. That said, and she's gonna reach into her pocket and fish something out. And I'll just put it up on the screen. She's gonna open up her hand to show it to Calls. It's this necklace.
Ooh, pretty.
You may have seen it on her before we left for the Amazon. Mm-hmm. She used to wear it constantly. But I don't think it's ever a subject that came up. So, and she's just going to kind of show it to calls. And she's kind of playing it with her other hand as she kind of turns her hand so that it's facing her. Isaac made this for me. So you see, I understand a little bit about Katori's and Smiles and Ophelia's things. I left it here when we went to the Amazon because I wanted to leave it so that the important people in my life would have something important of mine while I was gone. And then Isaac died while I was there. And I didn't really think about the necklace until I came back. And I saw it on my dresser. And I could not make myself put it back on. So it's been sitting in my pocket this whole time since I came back. Because I can't make myself not have it near me, but I also can't wear it. If I got rid of it, it would hurt too much. If I wear it, it would hurt too much. Does it sound familiar?
Yes. In this, I follow your thoughts. It's good to know that someone understands. I often struggle to share words with others. I get agitated with them. They have such little understanding. I have, if nothing else, through everything that we have done, I think that is what has brought me the most joy of us as sisters.
Not the words. Can't be the words. No, I'm just kidding you. And Chloe's gonna kind of like lean over to put her cheek kind of up against Calls essentially cheek. I'm not sure if it's the same word on a wolf or not, but it's the same idea. Yeah. Just for a second. And sit back up a little bit and just be like.
As she goes to move away, Claus will just turn her head and actually lick her cheek and lick the tears.
Chloe grins a little at that. I know I've talked to you a little about Isaac, but maybe I should have said more. because then you would have understood sooner that I mean, I haven't lost like basically my whole pack over a series of like months like that, but
loss is loss.
I have lost 3 pack mates over what, 3 months? 2 of them were 2 days apart.
The value of pack is great. It is underestimated here. But the loss of it is of true pack, of those who stand at your shoulder, will fight with you and howl with you and share your joy and share your pain. There is no greater feeling. They make sure you belong no matter where you are.
Yeah. Yeah. This may sound weird to you, but I know that you and I have never actually been in a pack, but I kind of feel like we are in our own little way.
We are Furies, and that might mean something different sometimes to the Hommids and the Lupuses. But deep down, I would like to think what makes us Furies is we know the importance of bonds, of sisterhood, of motherhood. And that does not matter whether we are Lupus or whether we are Hommid.
I like it. I think at least works for us. And, you know, for all that Ping was definitely not a Black Fury, I think she understood the meaning of sisterhood too.
I would agree. She may have been a glasswalker, and my relationship, the Lupus of the Sept's relationships with glasswalkers have often been difficult. But I felt with Ping, we often did not see eye to eye. We often did not agree. But there was an understanding, maybe, as you say, of sisterhood, of something that she tried to share.
She told her maid, who was not of us, she told her mate, which I found out later, that I was her sister.
Then there is no greater compliment she could give you.
It had to have confused him because she and I didn't look at all alike. But you're right. I miss her too.
The Sept is lesser without her.
But, and I agree with you, but let's focus on the future, not all of the people we have ever known. We've known a lot of people. We could be here all day doing this.
Indeed.
So
we must move forward. And I do not know about you, but my Adrian challenge, I decided to do it. It is part of it, moving forward. Taking steps, keeping going, finding challenging myself as well. We go forward.
Having goals is the important thing, I think. Or we can just turn into nothing but killing machines. And I don't think either of us wants that. I mean, there's nothing wrong in doing what we have to do and in doing our Gaia-given duties. But I think we're both more than that. You know what I mean? We're both more than just, let's go kill stuff. So yeah. And I think you're going to do great at it. And I will start pondering the stories that we can exchange when you return, or if you decided to stay there or somewhere else for that matter, I could come visit you. And we'll still tell our stories, and we'll still share that book.
I would like that. But until then, I'm sure Reindeer will watch over you, but I could give you some words, something here, but you do not need it. And I know that. She will nudge Chloe. Will you come with me? Can we run at least once more?
I'll meet you every day to run if you want. It's one of my favorite things to do.
It is agreed then. We shall meet for a run until I cross the bridge.
At this, Chloe will stand. It's probably easier to shift when standing as compared to sitting, which is just awkward in lupus. And she will very quickly shift into lupus. And she'll kind of butt her head up against Calls and be like, want to see who can win this time?
Of course.
And Chloe's going to take off with a head start because that's what she's doing. Apparently she's a cheater.
It's just clever. Take any advantage you can get.
Exactly. There'll be something ahead that will probably be an issue, but hey, it's cool. We'll deal with that later. And she bolts off into probably the woods kind of surrounding the area.
Yeah.
That the shrine is.
And Coles will give chase, darting after her through the undergrowth. And they will carry on their time-honored pastime of running off their emotions. And if you're all right, we can end the scene there, I think.
Yes.
Thank you very much, and see you again next time.